Hi everyone, back again with another video. Which lesson we are discussing now? That is lesson 4, ethics in computing, isn't it? So in that lesson, last class we discussed about the ethics in computing, isn't it? So today we are going to discuss some unethical practices of internet. Okay, so here in this topic, while you are hearing the explanation, it is very easy and familiar to you, but that different words or new terms we are going to discuss. So be careful, and while studying also think well and study the terms proper. So let's move to the unethical practices. Okay, the first one is plagiarism. Okay, while hearing this word, you think, what is plagiarism, isn't it? But it's a very simple thing. You all know very well what this plagiarism means. Plagiarism means stealing someone's work and presenting it as your own. That practice is known as plagiarism. That is, if you want to do some assignment, normally if you got a topic, normally what you will do? You will search on internet, and if you got some points and all, you will collect it from there and you will write it as your own assignment, isn't it? So that way of presentation is known as plagiarism. That way of presentation is an unethical practice. Okay, so plagiarism means stealing someone's work and presenting it as your own work. Okay, if you want to copy some points from other sites or somewhere from the internet, 3 ways you can do it to avoid this plagiarism. So for avoiding the plagiarism, mainly 3 ways or 3 methods you can keep in your mind. So if any such situation is there in your work, that is, if you want to copy some points or some information from the any sites or somewhere in the internet, better you have to keep these 3 points. The first point is, if you are copying some points from any other site or someone's points, if you are copying that particular points, you have to enclose in a quotation mark. Okay, that is the first point. And the second point is, from the genuine site or from the source site, name will be there. From where you are copying, for that a particular site will be there, isn't it? So that site name you can mention in your assignment or project, wherever it is, you can mention that particular source site name. Okay, and the third one is, if you are copying the copyrighted versions, you can see C and a circle, which means that particular words or that particular videos or audios are a copyrighted version, isn't it? Copyrighted version. Okay, so that particular one you have to ask the permission of the creator. Okay, so these are the 3 ways to avoid plagiarism. Hope you are clear what this word means, plagiarism. It's an unethical practice for stealing someone's work and presenting it as your own. Okay, and the next unethical practice is cyber bullying. I think last year you heard this word bullying, isn't it? Cyber bullying means through the internet or the social media, if you harm someone or hurting someone through this internet, that is known as cyber bullying. Okay, so some actions given in your textbook, that is sending mean messages, that is unwanted messages. If you are sending, that one is a cyber bullying. And the next one, posting false statements online to blot someone's image. So for hurting someone, you are sending a false message or false post if you are doing through the social media or any platform in internet, if you are passing, that is a cyber bullying. Sending or posting pictures with a bad intention, without a good intention, if you are sending some messages or posting some images, that is a cyber bullying. Making negative comments. So if you got a post in social media, they like Facebook, Twitter and all, Sometimes you can see below the comment section someone commenting with a bad messages and all. That's a cyber bullying. Agreeing with a hurtful post about someone. So some unwanted messages or some suggestions we are accepting. That's also a cyber bullying. Spreading rumors or telling lies about someone. Or some unwanted things if we are discussing or sharing to the someone or the social media, through the social media, that's also you can say it as a cyber bullying. Hope you are clear the cyber bullying. Unwanted messages or the harmful messages or hurting messages if we are posting through the social media or sharing through the internet, that is known as cyber bullying. Okay, and the next unethical practice is hacking. That you all know, hacking means stealing someone's personal information, that is known as personal information or data from others' systems or from anywhere, that is known as hacking. Okay, you all know hacking, the word you all know hacking, isn't it? What do you mean by a hacker? The person, those who are doing this hacking is known as a hacker. Don't you hear the word cracker? But normally if you heard the word hacking, that means if we are accessing someone's computer's personal information or data, that is known as hacking, isn't it? But actually this hackers and crackers, both words are different. Hackers means a person, those who are hacking is known as a hackers, but hackers means hackers, that persons are doing this particular accessing of computers with a good intention, which means if a company create a network, so a group of a team they will create for finding any security issues, okay, related to the networking, whether there are any security issues are there. For finding that security issues, they will create a team. That team is known as hackers. Okay, so with the permission of the owner, they are checking the networks whether it is a secured or not. Okay, that team is known as, or that person is known as hacker. Okay, and the next word is cracker. Cracker means with a bad intention from the outside, if any person is trying to steal or hack the details, the personal details or the data from the system, that is known as, that such persons is known as crackers. Okay, hacking means stealing someone's personal information or data from a system, data from the system itself, but that hackers and crackers both are different. Hackers with a good intention, if they are hacking, that is known as crackers. With a bad intention, if someone is doing the hacking, that is known as, that person is known as crackers. Okay, don't get me confused. Okay, so that is about hacking. So thus hacking, unethical practice, hacking itself mainly four areas are there they can hack. Okay, through the four areas they can hack the systems. The first one is social engineering, second one is network infrastructure, third one is operating system attack, and the fourth one is application attack. That is social engineering. The first one, social engineering, means so the social platform. So while sending some post or accessing, sometimes we give the permission to someone. You will think of it's your friends or family or relatives, but you will give some permission. Through that, someone is hacking your system. Okay, so through the social platforms, thus crackers will hack the details. Okay, and the next area is network infrastructure attacks. Networking technologies. Through the network technologies, someone will hack the systems. Okay, and the third one is operating system attack. So if you are connecting or the booting time, or someone will copy some softwares or install some program in your system unknowingly. If they done like that, they can hack the whatever you are doing in your system, they can hack it. Okay, so through the operating system itself they can hack the details. Okay, and the last one is application attacks, that is through some application softwares, different gaming applications or entertainment applications, some entertainment applications or some programming like that softwares, different things we are installing in our system. Through that also chances are there for hacking. Okay, so be careful in these 4 areas. Okay, and the next we are going to discuss about how to prevent this hacking. Okay, here in your textbook page number 39, some points are given here. That is, the first one is changing password often. That is for better for the system and for each and every site, that is Gmail, otherwise if we are using the applications, different applications and all, set password and frequently you just change the password. Okay, and next one is configuring firewalls. Firewall means like the antivirus itself, you can buy some firewalls softwares that you can install in your system for the more security process. And the next one, perform attack and penetration test. So some hack proof softwares will be available, so install it in your system and frequently you just like the antivirus software, we are scanning our system now. The same way itself, hack proof softwares just install and frequently you just run that particular software. And next one, using antivirus software and changing default password on devices. So don't use the same password for a long time, frequently you just change the passwords. Restrict software installation. So if you want to install a software, make it sure it's a genuine one. Don't download from the softwares from the internet. Okay, paid softwares, otherwise knowing people, from the knowing people only you have to buy the softwares and install in your systems. Otherwise don't download freely from the internet and install it in your system. Okay, so these are some preventive measures for preventing the hacking in your system. Okay, and the next one is unethical practices, phishing. Okay, I like that word itself, phishing. Normally if we heard that particular word phishing, the spelling is F-I-S-H-I-N-G, but here the word is P-H-I-S-H-I-N-G. Okay, don't be confused from that meaning, word meaning, same way itself phishing. That is, during the phishing what we are doing, tip of the hook itself we will keep some worm or something for catching the fish, isn't it? So the same way itself they will show it's a genuine site. If you open a particular or searching something, they will open some site, but if you are looking, it will look like a genuine site. Sometimes I think you will got some you just ask to your parents and all, in the mails and all you can see RBI messages will be there, you want this much cash prize, so please send your account details and all for the transaction purposes and all. Sometimes so if you are looking that emblem or the bank details and everything will be in a genuine manner, but if you are giving the account details or something through the personal account details or something through that particular site, they will hack it, the details, and they can access your accounts and money and everything. So phishing means showing the particular site it's a genuine site, and through that they are hacking the details or personal information from your site. Okay, that process is known as phishing. Okay, and to avoid this phishing, some points are given. That is, the first one is, if you receive some mails in your inbox from the bank site and all, better don't open it. Okay, if you want to access the site, better you just type manually the site address of your bank. Okay, that is the good manner or the best way that you have to follow. Another point, that is to avoid the phishing, better if you are opening any sites, just check out the URL, that is whether it is HTTPS. If it is HTTPS, which means it's a secure site. If it is HTTP, better you don't open it. If you open it, but you don't give any personal details through that particular site. Okay. And another point is, don't open unknown messages or emails, whatever it is, don't open it, or don't send reply to that particular SMS or mails. Okay, so be careful of doing such things and all, then you can avoid phishing. Okay, next unethical practice is spamming. That is, spamming means bulk mails. Okay, simply someone send bulk mails or messages to someone's mail, so that what will happen, that particular server will fill up and that disk space will get over, isn't it? For that intention, with that intention, they are sending some messages, bulk messages, not one or two, bulk messages they are sending. So that particular server will block out. What will happen if your memory will fill up in your mobile with the photos and videos? You have to delete the images or videos from your system. Otherwise, if the memory gets full, mobile phone will become stuck and all, isn't it? Happen. So such a situation they are creating by sending this bulk messages. So that process is known as spamming. Okay, this is also an unethical practice in using this internet service. And the next one is individual privacy, that we already discussed. Someone's work, if you are taking that particular individual work, if you are taking, ask the permission and just after that only you have to use it. Okay, so that same situation itself here also explaining individual property rights. And the next one is software piracy. That means software licensed, or if we are accessing the softwares from the internet, we are freely, you can download the different softwares and you can use it. That is known as software piracy. Mainly two forms are there for the software piracy, that is soft lifting and uploading and downloading. Okay, soft lifting means, that means one person will buy a single licensed version of a particular software and they will share that particular software with their friends, families and co-workers and all, they will share. Okay, isn't it? So that is known as soft lifting. And uploading and downloading means, sometimes we will upload freely, you can access like that way. So many were uploading the softwares inside and others are using that software, but actually those who prepare or created that particular software, they are not knowing who all are using their softwares, isn't it? So that situation is known as software piracy. Taking the softwares freely from the internet and we are using. Without the paid version we are purchasing and we are using. That situation is known as software piracy. It's also an unethical practice. I think everyone is doing. For different activities we are simply downloading the softwares and using it, isn't it? So that is a software. That situation is known as software piracy. Then same thing, intellectual property rights. That means individual things if we are taking and if we are using, the same thing itself. Okay, that we already discussed, intellectual property right. For marking, it is an individual property. Mainly three things you can use for marking your property. It's an individual property. That is, the first one is you can take the patents. Okay, the second one is you can create it as a copyrighted version, and the third one is you can use the trademarks. Okay, so three methods are there for making your own work as a individual property: patent, copyright, trademark. Patent means, that is, we are giving different steps are there for making it as a patent. That is, we are giving someone the permission to use it. That is, legally you have to write up the documents and all, and we are giving to someone for using. That is the taking patent. Okay, and the next one is copyrighted version. So some videos or musics near to that site or like that, you can see some C and like that a circle you can see, which means it's a copyrighted version. So if we are using that particular videos, if that videos owner can watch it, those who are using, if they want, they can make one complaint. Okay, so if they give the complaints and all, it will be a big issue. Okay, so be careful while using the copyrighted versions or videos or anything. And the last one is trademark. That means for if we are buying some products and all, you can see some trademarks you can see, isn't it? So some emblem like that you can see. So that is trademark. Okay, so wherever we are using, that particular trademark will be there. Okay, so such things will be there, which means it is an individual property. So while using like that things, be careful. Okay, these are the three things related to the intellectual property rights. So I think we can stop today's class, isn't it? So these all are the unethical practices. Hope you all clear this one. Today we discuss about the unethical practices. While hearing, I already told you, very simple things only, but that term, software piracy, phishing, plagiarism, like that words, while hearing, everything will be in a same manner itself, but each and every word have its own definition. Okay, so all the definitions you have to study. Got it? And related to this topic, question answers I will give, copy it and study well. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.